Alright guys, welcome to another video. We're closing out almost on our American trip and I'm sort of here at Adam's, sort of waiting on Adam now. He's just been working on this R32 and this Supra that's getting a pretty freaking epic engine combination, which I'm sure you guys will find about in the near future. Obviously his first car behind us, which I think is super rad that he was able to purchase that car back. This car, which I'm very friendly with, I've tapped its door many times back when it was brown on Drift Week 1. And just in general, I don't want to do one of those like rating your car videos, but I don't know. It's interesting to come in here, see cars in person, see the FD car. Obviously this thing, pretty rad, the really nice Chaser. It is super, super clean actually. This thing, which is just insane Aussie spec burnout car. I'm trying to convince him to put a 2-speed glide in it and a solid rear end so he stops braking it. And then it would actually be not only a fantastic burnout car, but he'd probably run some pretty sick times in that thing because it makes like 800 or 900 horsepower at the wheels. Something ridiculous. And then the Beamer here, the sort of was meant to be just a low-key comp car, which has turned into literally an FD spec build with a quick change, everything, absolutely everything you can think of in this E36 with the, I'm pretty sure it's got the FD or one of the FD spec 2Js in it. I don't think it's got an engine in it at all at the moment. No engine at all in it at the moment, so I was making 0 horsepower, but extremely cool BMW. I'm not a huge fan of the rear guards, and chatting with Adam, neither is he really either. But they do look, I don't know, a tiny bit better in person than they do on photos and stuff. But overall, you know, I'd love to have a drive of that thing, honestly. If there was one car in here, oh, no, actually, I'd say the S15 if I had to drive one. I've driven that, but yeah, that would probably be second if I was to drive something, probably closely followed by the R32, which is now making some stupid amount of horsepower. I think it was 800 or 900 horsepower at the wheels, revs close to 10,000 RPM. Super duper clean car. Again, really, really rad. And then there's this one. What's up, mate? What's up, mate? Just talking about your cars. Yeah. What's going on with that at the moment?
No motor.
New motor.
Yeah.
Why do you like 2Js so much if they break all the time?
This one didn't break. It was just it went like 2 seasons with no maintenance.
Oh, that's pretty good actually.
And we did a health check on it, and it was just like it's not where we wanted to be. Like there's a little bit of leak down in a couple cylinders, so we're just getting a refresh. It did like I think 10 laps with no water pump.
Oh,
so
that's impressive.
It just warped the sleeves a little bit. Lost some compression there too.
All right. Scarlett, Boston, we'll do the same thing we did at Vaughn's place. I want to know your guys' favorite cars. Come on, come out in the middle here. So, yeah, we did. And you picked the Bronco, remember? So let's come right into the middle in here. You guys have a really good look at all the cars. All right, so there's R32 GDR, R32 GTS-T, Supra, E46, E46, Corvette. Obviously I know it's 100 guys, but they look the same. Matt Field's Corvette, Adam's S15, another JZX100, a 370Z like Daddy's.
Wait, did you just say there's an S15?
Yeah, the yellow one's an S15.
I'm gonna choose the S15.
You choose the S15? Is that because you just like S15s? Or what do you?
S15 is my favorite car.
It is.
But Corvette is second. My favorite
Corvette's second. So S15 then S16, because Corvette is like the S16.
Yeah.
Yep. Scarlett, what are you thinking?
I don't know.
You don't know?
There's so many.
He has so many cars.
I bet if I was Scarlett, I would choose that one.
The E36?
Yeah, because is that the blue one?
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Because it has a tiny boot.
Because it has a tiny boot. It does have a tiny boot. What are you thinking?
It's like the size of me. They could bring me. You could fit like 2 tires in it.
Yeah.
They could fit me in there.
It could definitely fit you. Right, what's your favorite car?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Oh, if I was Sky, I'd choose those two.
Alright, Scar, you gotta choose one.
I don't know.
Bossy likes your S15. That's his favourite.
That's why I have a silver one.
You have a silver one. Let's listen to the RB26, Bossy. Have you got a pick yet? Or is it Daddy's Corvette?
It's fine. I'll choose with my eyes closed.
No, you gotta choose. Which one do you think looks cooler?
I don't know.
It's just which one you think looks the coolest.
I don't know.
Why can't you be opinionated like your mum?
What?
Opinionated.
I don't know.
You know what you used to say when you were a little baby? GTR. That was one of your first things you ever said. It's GTR. You're like, is that a GTR? You thought everything was a GTR. And whenever you heard a car near the house, you'd be like, is that a GTR? You did. That's what you used to do as a kid. You want to get any rollers or anything? You got the other camera? Alright, just went for a drive in Adam's GTR and it is so nice. You want to close it? Okay. The kids have got the compound dialed. But super nice. I love that it's got an old school turbo setup on it because it actually fit. You get that nice like hit from a GTR versus, you know, your twin turbo or your super big turbo setup. I feel like it's a pretty rad setup. I think it should feel super rad on the track.
Dude, it rips. I mean, even like straight off the boat, how this thing drove was like sick.
Yeah.
It was just fast enough to be fun. Now it's like fast enough to be fun in a straight line too.
Yeah.
Very, very linear.
Well, it's not linear, it still hits. I like how it hits. It's got more of an old school feel because it's got an older style HKS turbo.
Yeah.
HKS, what, is it Tier 4?
It's a TO4R. Yeah.
Okay. Tier 4R, so smaller, slightly smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, either way, super rad. Super nice car. Yeah, in the color. If I had to choose a GTR, it'd be this color. To be honest with you, everyone, the gunmetal grey is fantastic as well, but burgundy hits different. Burgundy. My Corvette's burgundy under there, and Tiana wants to make the Corvette burgundy again. It's not going to work because all the panels are Z06 stuff, and they're all a different color. But yeah.
I will say this car, like, imagine being in this car 20 years ago.
Oh,
this thing
dude.
would fuck everything up.
Yeah, dude, 10 years ago. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe 10 years ago. Like
10 years ago, a 500 horsepower car was like good.
good, very good.
Now it's like if you don't have 1,000 horsepower, you might as well go fuck yourself in a closet.
Dude, it's funny how stuff's gone. Like it literally is like, it's true. If you had 1,000, like back in the day, if you had a 500 horsepower GTR, you were like slaying everything and everybody. Like, yeah, these days it's just out of hand. They just broke the world record again today or yesterday in Australia.
Yeah, I saw that.
220 miles an hour.
In one of these.
Street car, like, which is insane. I wouldn't even. No, you'd still feel comfortable at 220 in a GTR, but like.
They do handle power like really well. Like our chassis compared to S chassis is crazy because they're so similar.
What's the fronts?
I
It's
know.
the front end, yeah.
But even just like the quality of everything, like when you feel the door on an R chassis versus an S chassis, like
Yeah,
there's
no,
some
I believe
weight
that.
and rigidity to it. Where an
Yeah,
S chassis is
it's
like,
a nicer close. It actually closes.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I like the S16.
Hey,
It feels like a R chassis.
real quick for your video, I want to just get your reaction to my concrete.
Your concrete?
Yeah. Here?
Yes.
Grab the wheel.
Oh,
That way. That way. That way.
I know.
That way.
More. Bossy, we're going in the bushes. Oh, Jesus.
Small movements.
Here's a Fink, yeah?
That way. And then to the right.
Oh, wow. What did you do? Wait. So Adam's attempted his own repairs and it hasn't worked out at all.
Yeah, so there's a big root underneath it. So there's probably like a half, almost like a foot. What do you guys call it, meters? Yeah, it's probably like a meter.
No, we say, so with some of the stuff like this, we'll say feet.
Okay.
We do use feet a little bit and inches sometimes, but yeah.
It was like a foot up. So I thought if I
Oh, was that high?
Yeah, so I thought it was like scraping my exhaust and it was driving me nuts.
Yeah.
So I dug out a hole over here, got a jack under it, lifted it up enough to get the forklift under, took it out, beautiful one piece.
There's definitely something in the bushes there.
Yeah, that's fine. Took it out, beautiful one piece, no problem. This one was a little harder. We got it out, but when we got it out, it broke in half.
You know what's crazy? There's
But putting
no
it back in was the hard part.
There's no Rio in your concrete. So no,
So we can't get lost?
there's no Rio bar, which is interesting. How long ago was this place concreted?
20 years.
All right. So for those of you who don't know my past, I actually used to. I've been a concreter in the past. I've not only laid concrete, but then I've also, one of my last real jobs was a concrete pump operator, and seeing concrete that's not doesn't have any Rio metal in it is kind of weird. It's definitely kind of bad. That's why, like, when you have the Rio in it, that's what holds it together when it cracks and stops it from lifting separately. But maybe they do it in Florida because the ground moves a lot. They don't use Rio. I don't know.
Or they just need to be cheap.
You're definitely not a
Imagine this
concreter.
dude probably spent $200,000 in concrete.
More.
Yeah.
Dude, it cost me 100 grand to do Archie, that one corner, which was 110 meters. So, yeah. At least you own this place. I spent 110 grand and I'm getting it all taken away from me, so. But, yeah, Adam's concrete and not coming anytime soon. All right, guys, so we just went out. We had a barbecue, Brazilian barbecue with at Duarte's house from GHQ with everybody, all the guys, everybody there. And we had a lot of fun there. Bossy had a lot of fun there. Scarly had a lot of fun there. Also staying at Adam's house at the moment. He doesn't stay here anymore, but it's sort of a house he keeps and lets friends and stuff stay here. But our first trip, not our first trip, but our last trip to the States, which was Drift Week 1, Scarlett lost her tooth.
Her first tooth.
And her first tooth. And guess what? On this trip, on Drift Week 5, Boston's, lost his first tooth here in America. Show everybody. Oh my God. Little Bossy lost his...
Wait, I need to see it again?
You want to see it?
Yeah.
One side of the States to the other. One was done in California, one was done in Florida.
So that's pretty rad. Boston has lost his first tooth. I'm walking out backwards because wifey's getting changed in the background, guys. But yeah, if any of the background looks familiar, you know why. But unfortunately, obviously, we didn't film much more there at the compound. But today was rad. Had a good day. Really great night hanging out with a bunch of super rad people. Sort of makes things more difficult from a sense of this is somewhere I could see myself in the future. So who knows, guys? Who knows? Let me know what you think in the description down below. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Thanks heaps for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. See you later.